4 matches left for you. If you win 4 matches, you get to 36 points. Do you think that is enough for the team to qualify for the top 6? And for Petros, as a player, the team started well in the first half of the season. They were in a very good position. But then we saw performances dip, no results, only 4 matches, 4 points from the last 5 matches. As a player, what do you think is the reason for this dip? Thank you.
When I cannot answer correct if 36 points are enough, because it doesn't depend on us, it depends on other results. And it's really, in my opinion, it's really possible, but still we cannot be sure. The only thing that we can be sure is how much we will fight, how much we will give our best in these 4 matches, and then waiting to even these 12 points. They are not in our pocket. It's just you see that you can easily see that most of the times the team has a good performance, but at the same time losing a lot of chances or goals conceded accidentally. So let's hope that for these 4 last matches we will do again our best. At these matches all these coincidences will not happen, and of course any present from the teams that they are ahead is more than welcomed.
I know about. I need to press it. I know about the team started very good the season. But from the time I came, we have unfortunately some bad results. But all the players and all the staff of the team give everything in the pitch. We create a lot of chances. Unfortunately, we don't score very easy. And in the other side, as the coach say, we take some easy goals, I would say. For the last these 4 games, we will give 100% every player, and we hope we take maximum points from these 4 games, and we will see for the results of the other teams.
In terms of the number of matches, this is the longest season. There are more matches this season than ever before. When the results aren't going in your way in such a long campaign, how challenging is it as coach to ensure that the mood remains upbeat right now? Has that been a challenge that you've had to think about how to do?
Yeah, it's really helpful that we know the schedule since September, and then about the second round also. So it is easy for us to organize as coaches about the tactical and technical topics, our periodization, and according to the opponents. So it's not really hard. Also about the SNC coach, it's easy to see with the assistance of GPS and all the loads that the players have, so we can adjust our players to the sessions, meaning make less runnings, what kind of runnings or more runnings, so we try to keep them fresh. The thing that you cannot really predict is injuries. That creates a huge problem. And of course, suspensions from yellow or red cards. This is something that has to do more with how lucky you are, if you can say that you are lucky, and also if you have a very, very large roster, then you might be able, when you miss important players, to replace them properly. It looks like for us all these things up to today, the things that had to do with the staff and worked good, since the performance most of the times is good. The players, they can run, most of them, 90 minutes, comparing, of course, with other teams. But like I said before, there are a lot of times that you are missing important players.
Hi.
Hi.
It's Morgan. So Coach, my question, as you have already mentioned about your long session, long season is there, physical attribute, tactical attribute, so many things are there, and the entire team is doing so many things to have the improvement of your game as well as your season. 4 games are remaining, 2 home, 2 away. So much of things are dependent on other teams as well. Mindset is quite important in football. So my question is like how you are maintaining that kind of positive mindset, because players are also aware like it should be dependent on other teams as well, the result of other teams. What is the strategy, or maybe you have some kind of psychology things or team is there which maintains that kind of positive thing, because other team, they have some kind of coaches, psychology course, which makes them so positive. What are your strategy on that particular point?
It's like you dove a couple of hours in my brain and you just pick up this question that I did also in my mind. For me, a great question. I'm laughing because it's exactly the way I was thinking. Every time we try to find also reasons for the players to be motivated. You can say, for example, that one of the worstest moments in my football career is the previous game with East Bengal. That might motivate me, but it is me. As a matter of fact, outside there, you are alone. You have to find ways to motivate yourself. And this is something that we can easily see during the week or during the weeks or during the period in the eyes of the players. So it's really important for coaches find ways to motivate players. Like I said, it's a huge topic. But as a matter of fact, you have to find players that they are auto-motivated every day, every moment.
Petros, it has been around two months you have been here in India. So how has been your time in India? And how do you see Indian football compared to that we are playing in Greece?
You say about championship or generally?
In general, how's the football when you compare? It's your first time in India also.
Yes, it's my first time. I think it's totally different football in Greece that I used to play than in India. In India, it's more physically. The spaces are more open, the teams are more open, and you need to have more runnings. Because in Greece, generally, you used to drop back and wait for the opponent to attack. And also, it's more tactically, slowly tactically. Here in India, it's more open, like I said. It's good for me because I like open spaces, and I think it's a different style of football that I used to play, and I try to adapt my best in this part.
Coach, how will you be approaching the 4 matches, like starting tomorrow? So, I don't want to talk about strategy, but what will be that general approach that you and the team will be taking?
Because of the experiences that we have, the things that we experienced this season, honestly, I don't know about Goa and Hyderabad and Mohammedan anything how I'm going to approach this game. Why? Because I don't know what's going to be the condition of how many players I will have available. We have some players with 3 cards, they might be suspended. Some players that they are already overloaded, but at the same time they should play. We have injured players, we don't know if they will come back. So, game by game. Tomorrow, there's a game with East Bengal. We know that East Bengal has certain characteristics about the style of playing with a really good coach, some really good players. It's a home game. We should try to play our game, and I don't know exactly the word that I should use. I should search first in vocabulary, but we used to say in Greece, it's like a joke all the time to say that we have to score goals and we in all these chances, and it's a joke that I have to say that please don't do any silly mistake back there. But this is the truth. One day, this team deserves to stop behaving this way.
You talk about silly mistakes. I remember in the first leg in Kolkata against East Bengal, your team conceded 2 same-side goals, own goals, because of defensive mistakes. Is this the primary reason that your team has not taken points from matches and now they are in the 9th place?
One day, me and my assistant Kostas, we sat down and we watched all games, one by one. So we start saying, for example, that in the game with Odisha here was a game that it might be tie. 1-1, 2-2. We still remember we do 3 chances and we scored 2 goals. So according to the point that you mentioned earlier, we are minus 10 points than objectively what we should have because of these mistakes. And in this game, because we have the own goals from Suresh, it's not Suresh's mistake. That was a totally different thing. There was 18 minutes of blackout. Nobody was working. It was and we had syndrome of shock, the one after the other, so we couldn't even resist. But I'm talking about other games.
Yeah, just to add to that, whether it's making errors in defense or not taking advantage of scoring chances, it's been a recurring theme right through the season. Do you see scope for improvement from these players then, or has it been frustrating that it's the same things that probably aren't filtering through to them more? Going forward, then what is the way forward?
Let's start, because now I'm not the kind of person that I'm settling in front of you and give as the responsible for the situation, for example, the goalkeepers or the 2 strikers. Okay? I want to be clear with this. So it's not Lucas that is missing the chances, it's not Petros that is missing the chances, it's not Vidal that is missing the chances, it's everybody. And at the same time, it's everybody that is responsible a lot of times for goals that they are conceded. We have 2 keepers, they play 2 keepers, play all the defenders back there, the whole team, even young players from the youth program. So when there is a general, if it was only one, you can say that, okay, it's an individual issue. When it happens, so then it's also our responsibility as coaches. So if we want to blame someone, if you want to develop ourselves, first of all, we have to understand what is our responsibility. We are responsible as coaches for this. Also, it's really important that it's a brand new team, and maybe it's equal, the 2 reasons. Under pressure, people are working with stress, panic, no clear mind, or a lot of times under pressure you are more tired, and when you are in front of the goal you are not really fresh because you need the 5% of the freshness just to push the ball in the goal. These things are, in my opinion, the reasons, and we are working on this during the sessions, meaning that our sessions have a lot of time pressure, so they're getting used on playing on pressure, and at the same time also to celebrate and give a lot of awards to the players that are scoring, so they feel more confidence on this. It looks like we are all the time a little bit close to start. Let's hope that God will bless us tomorrow and we will start.
Coach, team news for tomorrow, any players not available, injuries?
I didn't understand none of the words. Sorry, I apologize.
Any injuries for tomorrow, any players missing?
Yeah, we have injured players. And we are waiting for them, so allow me not to say anything because it's changing a lot of times about our plans. Tomorrow you will see. Let's hope that they will be available, or at least they will come back soon.
One last question regarding East Bengal. East Bengal have a lot of problems, injury problems, suspensions, team not playing well. What do you think of them? And because they have a lot of problems, do you think you should win ideally in your home ground?
We should win because we need this win. It has nothing to do with the issues. It's 5th, 6th, 7th reason that it's a reason, but we have also issues. The problem, the main idea is how we will play the way we play tomorrow, and we will make them follow us instead of follow them.
Thank you.
Thank you.